Here we go. What is up, live streamers? Haha, I love starting live streams. They're the most awkwardest thing to start. Let me just make sure everything is good before I start going. Stream still going. Cool. Audio looks like it's good. Wait a second. Yeah, cool. Sweet. Alright, so now I just gotta wait for the delay to catch up with you guys. And what's up? Welcome. First things first, I want to say that I had a lot of stuff planned for this live stream, but the problem is that I wrote this software in which like I stored all this data on. I stored this list of things to like touch on and talk about and do. But I never fixed the bug within the software that I wrote, and so yesterday I deleted everything. So I'm not entirely sure. I have to make it up on the fly. I did write down some stuff that we're going to try to touch on, and we're just going to go with the flow. But what's up? Welcome. I'm really upset at myself that I didn't prepare a video. Every live stream I always prepare like a little intro video, and this one I didn't do it. I was too busy working on projects this week. So I owe you guys an official live stream sometime in the near future. Live stream's always fun. So, guys, what's up? I want to first start the stream off by saying happy birthday to my boy Lenny Lorenzo, aka Potato Code, aka he has a bunch of names. Happy birthday, man! Today's your birthday. I know that you mentioned that you couldn't be on this live stream because of that. If you ever check out this video in the future, happy birthday, man. Cool. So there's a delay, and I want to kind of gauge how far this delay is. So when you hear this, I want you to type 1 or 0. Get creative. You can type 1 or 0 in the chat, just so I can kind of gauge like how far the delay is. Oh yeah. Cool, man. So I'm kind of waiting for the delay to see where we're at. It is a pretty big delay. I never know how to fix the delay. There's gonna be like a, okay, that's the delay right there. That is a nice like 10-15 seconds. Okay, cool. Okay, so feel free to ask any questions as the stream is going on, and I will get to those. But because I don't want to rely on just, you know, waiting for you guys to post questions and whatnot and have all this silence, I'm gonna just go through a little agenda and then kind of shift over and answer questions at the same time. That's how we're gonna do this format today. But the point of today's live stream, I wanted to do this live stream to talk about my most recent video, which is titled I'm changing my channel or something like that. I want to talk to you guys about what do you think about this change. I'm going to focus a lot more on like computer science projects now, but I am not getting rid of the official SEFD Science series. That is still, thankfully, really fun to produce and research questions and presenting all these cool visuals and whatnot. So that's not going away, but I am going to also produce another series. It's going to be very similar. I'm still working on like the format of the show, but I'm trying to make it very similar to what you guys are already used to, but in a more like scientific method type of way. I think you guys are gonna really enjoy it. But let me know, what do you think about this change? What do you think about what you currently know about it? Let me know. So Jeremy from Film Grit asks, what am I watching? You're watching the director's live stream. Again, the point of this live stream is just to talk to those who watch this channel and just get their thoughts on like my most recent video, which is I'm changing the format of my channel a bit to focus a lot more on my passion of computer science. That's what you're watching. And Tor asks, great name, Tor, reminds me of the pirating, what is it, Tor networks, I don't know. He asks, so are you a scientist? Tor, this is a great question. Am I a scientist? There's this big problem with language, right? And that problem is that, like, when you say words, everyone has their own definition for what that word means. But no one ever talks about that back end of words, right? So when you say, am I a scientist, how do you define a scientist, right? Because the way you define a scientist, and the way I define a scientist, and the way that Martin down the street defines a scientist, and X, Y, and Z define a scientist are all different things. So I want to start with you defining, how do you define a scientist? And then I'll answer your question. How come I got $10 to log on here? Why? What? Only I got $10. I don't get the joke, Jeremy. But hey, Stats for Nerds says, okay, 30 seconds latency. Holy crap. Okay. As a systems engineer student and a science enthusiast, I think the change is great. Pablo, I'm glad to hear that. Hearing that feedback from you, it really it helped me realize something recently about my audience, and a lot of people are like software engineers or some sort of engineers. And so I'm trying to like take that with a grain of salt, because if I hear from nothing but engineers that they like to change, obviously, because you're an engineer, you know, I want to hear from people that aren't engineers. I mean, not saying that I'm not listening to you. I'm just trying to like say a realization that I had not too long ago. But I'm glad that you are excited for the change. I hope to hopefully not let you down. That's my goal. The change sounds good. I'm sure you'll make it work. Thank you, Mr. Mixziplik. Can I say something really quick about online like monikers and whatnot? So I've been on the internet for like a long time, since I was a kid, and I recently learned with like doing live streams really that with online monikers, I never read them. I just kind of like glance over them and store them as like some like as some feeling, but I never read them. So like when you go into live streams, you have to read monikers where it's like Mr. Like your brain just like breaks. It's so interesting, so fascinating. Um, cool. Yeah. So Tor, how do you define a scientist, man? Let's get back to that. Cosmonaut cries. If you were to guess how far along the timeline of human, like how far along the timeline of humanity are we? I'm not sure what you're asking. How far along? I mean, are we talking like since the first man? Then it's like how you define the first man. You know, do you count Homo sapiens, or I'm not sure what you're asking there. So XMAC, my birthday is on September 17th. It's coming up. I'm going to be 26. Dang, I'm old. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Getting close to the 30s. Whoa, Film Grit just gave $5. Dude, you're so kind. That's super chat. That's fascinating. Thank you, man. I'm very grateful. I feel like I'm kind of one of those stream girls now. Thank you for the $5, man. Thank you. Honestly, that wow, that's a weird feeling. Thank you. Let's see. The note is, I just like to give him a hard time. Looking forward to new content. Thank you, man. Wow, that's a really weird feeling to get money on live streams. But thank you. Wow. Jeremy, you're awesome, man. What? That really threw me off. So let's see. I'm not an engineer. I like the challenge. That's not defining a scientist. I'm not an engineer. I like the challenge. Oh, I like the change. I like the change. Got it. Got it. Got it. Well, cool. I'm glad that you're excited about that. Mr. M. I'm just gonna call you Mr. M. Is not an engineer, by the way. It's so hard because like I'm having like 4 different conversations with you guys, so I have to like look at your latest reply and then go back to the history to see what conversation we're having on this thread, then go over to like XMAC and our. All right. Okay, let's see. If you were to guess how long, okay, I read that one. Pronounced as Mix Yes Spitlick. That's the tongue twister. You're Mr. M. I'm sorry to do it to you. All right, so randomized the moniker thing. I'm telling you, randomized randomness says, I used to watch your pranks. Then I found out you're doing science and programming videos. I think that's pretty cool. Thank you, man. You used to watch your pranks. That's old school, man. That's really vintage. I want to talk about the pranks really fast. For some of you guys that don't know, I used to make prank videos. I started that project out of high school, and that was originally called SEFD, That's where Seth originated from, the name at least. Um, and when I first started to do prank videos, there was nothing like the stigma that it has now. Uh, it was literally the prank space back then. It was literally just a bunch of kids out of high school just going around doing crazy hijinks, influenced by like Jackass and Tom Green and whoever some of the bigger ones were at the time. It was really friendly and not really mean and whatnot. But as time evolved, like, this is the problem that I seen with the space. There are these people that got really big doing the prank stuff on YouTube, but they didn't endorse smaller channels. And what that did was, there are people that seen this new category on YouTube being like really popular and easy to get views, and so they exploited it. They did crazy clickbait and crazy little hijinks just to get views and whatnot, and then it just kind of evolved into this disgusting this thing. And I think it's mostly because like the people that were at the top of the community didn't curate like who's next. They just like built their own little private bubble and then kept to themselves, in which, like, you know, people that were trying to get into this bubble couldn't, so then they did their own thing, and it just got out of control. But it was fun when I did it. I still want to do some more prank videos that are like really super friendly and like thought-provoking and whatnot. But at the moment, it's just not in my schedule. I just can't do it at the moment. But Randomized Reminisce, man, thank you. You've been around for a while. Thank you. So, Tor, finally, he defines a scientist as a person who is studying or has expert knowledge of one or more of the natural or physical science. Maybe a degree or something. Are you in college? All right, let's tackle this beast. So, let's start with your definition. A person who is studying or has expert knowledge of one or more of the natural or physical sciences. I am, by that definition, I'm half a scientist, I guess, because I am studying um, a physical science. I don't know. I don't have a degree. Let's go with that. I don't have a degree. I'm not in college. I was in college for video production, but I went to a video production high school, right? In which, like, when I went over to college, I was pretty much learning the same stuff I learned in high school. So it's like, this is kind of pointless. And so I dropped out, and I was going to go back for biology, but financial aid ran out. And at the time, like, I was trying to apply for like the California financial aid, but they said that my parents made too much money, so I didn't get it. And like, it's now what, like 5 years later, and I still haven't gone back for biology. um, but you know, history, not history, but fate. It's interesting. It'll put you exactly at where you need to be. So I'm not at all regretful for the course that I've gone down, and now I'm working on a lot of computer science applications programs. So I guess no, I'm not a scientist officially. I guess I don't know. I don't know. However you want to define it, I'm not. I guess I don't know where I am. I don't know. I just am a guy who likes to do computer science stuff. So Cosmonaut Cry says 50 or 30%. Now I have to go back and see what thread we were talking about. I guess on. Yeah, I'm not sure. 50% of what? 30% of what? Cosmonaut Cries. Are you saying like of like our max potential, like our most optimized man potential? Um, so Pad Raid. Oh my gosh, I'm telling you, I never read monikers. Like, Pad Rig Stack says, I'm sure I am late, but how is your day? Hey man, or girl, or hey person, thank you. Um, my day is well. I just barely woke up. The stream started half an hour ago. I woke up maybe an hour ago. My day's going well. I can't wait to get into the office and write some more software. I'm working on this. Oh, this is this software that's so cool. Um, and I'm gonna do a really cool video on it. So be sure to look out for that. But how's your day? Thank you for asking that. I think so. Pablo says I think that you can take kind of a Vsauce approach to software engineering, making software and AI accessible to the people who are not engineers. Vsauce does it with science and many topics. Pablo, that is very interesting insight, a very interesting comment. If you do not mind, Pablo, could you please go more in depth with that and send me an email about kind of what you're thinking with that? Because I'm currently working on the show right now. I'm trying to figure out a nice formula for it. And so if you could send me an email like more in depth about like how you see that, how you see, I guess, YouTube shows from your perspective and like the whole Vsauce thing, that'd be awesome. That'd be really awesome and helpful. So XMax says, are you going to do a collaboration with Alex from Technicality? Hell yes. Alex is my boy. I have a project or two. Like I've been working on a couple of ideas that I want to pitch to him. The problem is just time, man. Time. Like there's not enough time in a day. As I get more in depth with this YouTube stuff. It's just like right now I'm currently working on this software project that is like super fun. Just to give you a quick little rundown, just because I'm oh man, it has me so excited. I wrote software that tracks your browser time. So anytime that your browser is your active window, it will log like how long you're on it, right? And then it takes this and then it stores it on this common separated value .CSV. And so as the weeks go on, it just keeps collecting this data, and then it gives you an average of like what hour you're browsing the most, and how much time within the hour. And then from there, I wrote a Python script that then visualized this data as a bar graph. And so the whole objective of that is that I want to see like how much time am I spending online browsing the internet. And then from there, I need to somehow define like what percentage of that is like actual productivity, how much of it is just like I'm in a social media loop, because I get in social media loops a lot, in which like I just literally do twitter.com, facebook.com, youtube.com. There's nothing new, but I keep it in the, I don't know. So I'm getting this data, and then I'm going to write another software that kind of like helps me bring the online my online time down. And so we'll see what happens with this project, and I'm gonna make a video about it and upload it. So let me know what you think about that idea. If that doesn't sound exciting to you, then I am effed. I'm not gonna curse on the stream, but I'm probably effed if that doesn't sound exciting to you. So that's one idea, and then I'm trying to not use TensorFlow for my first neural network machine learning videos. I want to write my own libraries for the first one and then get into TensorFlow. But those are also coming out. I have so many incredible ideas for machine learning. Guys, please, just please wait. Just please wait. I'm telling you, this new show is going to be so fun. It is going to be so dang fun. Oh, all right. So I'm done with that tirade. Let's go on next. Collab with Alex. Yes. Are you? So Tor asks, so are you just curious of the universe? Yes, man. Yes, man. It's not only the universe, just like our existence. No, not our existence, just existence. Period. Like why does this not this SD card, but the material that makes up the SD card? Why does it exist? Why do I have 2 fidget spinners right next to me? I don't know. Why? Why is the most important question. That's why I have it tattooed on my arm. I don't know. It was a spur of the moment thing. Don't judge me. But why? Why? Why everything? Yes. Tor, hell yes. Hell yes is not a curse word. And you make videos out of that curiosity. Yes. Okay, I'm going to break away from the chat real quick because I don't want to get caught up in this. I want to refer to my notes really quick. See if there's any topics I want to touch on. So I'm curious, guys. I'm curious now, what did you think about the Nicaragua episode? The video before the announcement, I did a video on Nicaragua, which is a third world country. The whole labels thing, man, it can get confusing, it can get you wrapped up. But what are your thoughts on third world country? And then I'll cut back to the chat, or questions rather. So other than that, I don't really have nothing. My list got deleted. Scripts. Scripts. What was the point of scripts? I don't know. Why did I write script? I just wrote scripts. What does that mean? CS problems. CS problems. I don't know. I'm not even looking at it anymore. Oh man, I want to cut back to the chat so bad, but I'm waiting for Nicaragua comments if any will show up. I'm gonna text Jeremy because he gave me $5 and that's incredibly cool of him. He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to make me feel all weird, man. But I thank you. It's like borrowing $5 from a friend. It's so weird. I don't know. Okay, so I don't see any Nicaragua questions coming up, so I guess I'm gonna just cut back to the chat. Questions? Yeah, I'm gonna do that after I text Jeremy. Unless we colonize other planets, every country is a first world. I mean, literally, right? Literally, it is a first world. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Again, it's the whole labels thing, man. In the video, I mean, here's the cool thing about like doing videos like that is that I actually do learn about the topic, and like I can tell you the definite like why it's called first world and whatnot, which is also in the video. But yeah, literally, Earth is the first world. The video gave me perspective on third world countries for sure, and I think that was what you were aiming for. So good job. Thank you. Thank you for sharing that, X-Mac. I really like Nicaragua episode. Living in a third world country myself, it's interesting. It was interesting realizing what first world country citizens like you think about us. Huh. Pablo, I'll be honest, man. I'm on the side of like I'm on the low percentage. There are people that I know that like will never ever in their life consider going to a country that's labeled as a third world. Never in their life. They're too afraid. They live in fear every day. Yeah. So take my perspective with a grain of salt. I'm just being real. I think the German word for scientist. Oh man, here we go. I'm gonna try this. I think the German word for scientist is Wissenschaftler. Wissenschaftler. How do you say I am a Wissenschaftler in German? Yo soy un Wissenschaftler. It's very interesting. We can translate it as knowledge creator. Interesting. Knowledge creator. Interesting. That reminds me on your intention to change your channel from share to create. Sorry, I don't understand that one. It's all about perspective. Yeah, life itself is about perspective, and relativity. But I don't think a lot of people realize that. Oh, here we go. Ich bin in Wissenschaft. Ich bin in ich ich bin in Wissenschaft. I I need to learn German. I know I'll never make time to do it, but it sounds like such a fun language. Trey, I sent you an email about renewable energy, and I had some questions in the email, but they were renewable energy questions and not Nicaragua. Trey, thank you. I got your email this morning. It was really long, and I was trying to prepare this live stream, but I will check it as soon as I get to the office. Maybe not as soon as I get to the office, but I'll check it today. I'll get you a reply, I promise. The W is pronounced a V. Oh, Oh! Oh! Well, in that case, ich bin in Wissenschaftler. Ich bin in Wissenschaftler. That's such a fun language, man. All right, cool. I'm gonna get back to the questions that I didn't hit yet. Ah, now let's go around all day just saying ich bin in Wissenschaftler. Ich bin in Wissenschaftler. That's awesome. It means I'm a scientist. Yes, that's my new slogan. Guys, you know all these YouTube channels and whatnot, they get their audiences and they call them like, I don't know, the Jake Paulers and the V Saucers and stuff like that. Our official community name is It's Vien Den Vitzen Jeffla. Yes. Yes. We are the, how do you spell? I need to learn how to spell it. I don't need to, no copy and paste. I have to know how to spell it. Ich bin in Wissenschaftler. Yes. Yes, I spelled it wrong already. Oh, I'm failing. Nation. Yes. No, I can't use Google's Translate, man. No, like the fun is like just being a I don't know what you call a tourist. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna get back to the questions. Uh, let's see. So the Wick says, "Love your stuff. Keep doing it. I'll be watching." Thank you, Wick. Thank you so much for that, man. You have no idea. You have no idea, man. I started this channel in 2015 with 0 subscribers. I had really no. I don't know. It's just like so cool to like start from the very bottom and then just like have this idea, this concept that you want to follow through with and hope that people enjoy it, and then like, you know, you look back a couple years later and people are telling you that they actually enjoy it. It's such a cool and rewarding feeling, and I'm grateful for every single one of you guys that watch. Like honestly, man, there's nothing that I can do to repay you guys, I promise, man. As long as you keep watching, like that's all I really want. Thank you. Pablo, so my email is hello@sefstuff.com. I'm going to write it right now in the chat. There's a delay, so you're going to be like, why did he just post the email? But when the delay catches up, you'll know why that email was posted. Let's see, where else? Questions. I just lost myself. Where am I? If you don't mind talking about it, what's your stance on religion? Do you keep an open mind for the possibility or a higher being? Okay, religion. Where's my pen? Check this out. Religion. I am going to save this for the very end of the stream, because if I start now, the entire stream will be about religion. So I'm going to save this for the end, and we'll get to this. Who said this? This was, shucks. XMAC. Okay, cool. We'll talk about it. Why not? We're humans. Hopefully you guys are open to talk about religion. I love the program that you're making. It sounds awesome. I'd love to use that program that you're making. It sounds awesome. Yes, Selma. Yes, thank you for saying that. Thank you so much. I'm really excited. I'm going to be releasing the episode as well as the software. The software is gonna be in 2 pieces. It's gonna be the actual monitor software, which monitors your browsing time, and then it's gonna be the software that will help prevent you from or help cut down that browsing time. So it's gonna be, I'm gonna be releasing 2 things with the episode rather, and it's gonna, oh man, I can't wait to get the data and like, oh, it's gonna be so fun. Nice tattoo. Thank you, man. Thank you. I just got it on the whim, and like, I don't know, it's on me now. There's nothing I can do about it. It's there. Regardless if anyways, whatever. Unless we call it, I read that already. Cool. All right, I caught up there. So what's going on down here? Whatever. Oh my God. So, Killua? Kill, oh my God, the moniker thing, man. Kill Uai? Kill, I don't know. At 12:02, they posted, what have I walked into? And I can only imagine, like, someone starting to stream, and I'm just, like, screaming, like, German words that I don't even pronounce right. What have I walked into? That's funny. That is funny. Dab on them. There's, Wissenschafters. Dab on the Wissenschafters. Oh my God, the internet. I feel like I should be the one thanking you. I've learned so much from your videos. Whoa. Especially the one about Rendon Barrier. Whoa. 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 It's so crazy to hear. That is incredibly crazy to hear. Whoa. Man. I'll tell you. Um, I'll tell you. I don't think it's a new formula at all. But what's crazy here about that is that I literally, you know, through my day to day, there's something that I'll see, and I'll go, huh, I wonder what's the deal with that. Like I have no idea what the deal of it is, but I wonder what's the deal with it, and I'll write it down in my little online notebook. And so I literally have this list of like maybe it's like 150 questions right now of just stuff that like at one point in time I was curious about. And then when it comes time to making a new episode, either one or two things will happen. Either one, there will be a question that I write down that I have not stopped thinking about, and I have to make an episode on it immediately. Or two, there's not a question that's like really urgent to me, but I have a whole list of questions I can go through, and like whatever one is the most interesting, I'll just take it out and start researching it. Um, and so again, what's so interesting here you say that is that like I don't think that you learned from me, you learned with me, because I learned all that stuff too, and that's like the most interesting part about it is because I don't have any degree in anything. Like I'm no expert. I'm not giving you like this vast knowledge that I know. I'm researching it literally. We have the same tools. I'm using Google.com and all these. I'll bring in like experts sometimes, but like um, yeah, that's interesting. Anyways, let's see. Yes, talk about religion. We'll get there. I promise. Do I speak a second language? I speak. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I speak about 5 different languages. I'll say 5.5. I speak English, obviously. I speak a little bit of Spanish. Like I can get by. Um, I speak C sharp, probably my favorite language. I speak HTML. I speak CSS. I speak some Java. I'm such a troll. Now I have to wait. Would have stayed to the end anyway. Awesome. I need to make sure not to go too long so that we can all talk about religions together. So, what do you think about genetic manipulation with the new technology with like CRISPR? Let's talk about those juicy topics. Yes, CRISPR. Listen. I'm gonna give you a sneak peek into the religion topic. I'm a huge believer in fate, and so like CRISPR, it's always been inevitable in my personal opinion. We're gonna converge on like, you know, I want blue eyes, so I can go to the doctor and get blue eyes. Um, X, Y, and Z. I don't think CRISPR works like that exactly, but you get what I'm going with that. I think CRISPR is inevitable. Oh, CSS is not a program. Yeah, I mean, there's syntax there. It's arguable. Um, what's my favorite video game of all time? Favorite video game of all time is probably Final Fantasy VII, just for nostalgia reasons. Um, Other than that, I really dig XCOM. XCOM's really fun. The newer one. I really like the newer XCOM for PlayStation and PC. Civilization's always a good go-to. Um, I like RTS games a lot. Warcraft. I don't know. I'm gonna start rattling off games. Um, cool. All right. I think I'm all caught up with the live chat, which means that things are slowing down. So I need to do something. I need to do something entertaining because this is a live stream. There's no dead air on live streams. If there's anything I learned from going to college about video production, is no dead air on live streams. So, is it religion time? No, it's not religion time. It's not religion time yet. Um, Hell yeah, Final Fantasy VII all the way. Yes, I agree, man. I think that the thing about Final Fantasy VII, I think, is that it's one of those things where like you had to been there, right? Uh, because I've tried to play Final Fantasy VII again, you know, as an older person, and it's just like I don't want to read a novel. Like I'm just not up for this right now. And I feel like kids that grow up not not accustomed to like RPGs with all these texts, I think it'd be hard for them to really like take in the effect that Final Fantasy VII had back in the day. So I think that's one of those games where just like you had to have been there. Personal opinion. Let me know if you agree, XMac and anyone else. Do you think fairy tales are going to continue being a part of our culture even as technology advances? Do I think? Ooh, I really like this question. Um, Fairy tales. First question: What do you define as a fairy tale? Are you talking like Cinderella and whatnot, or? But to speak to your question on a more general level, I think yes, of course, without a question, because you know fairy tales for the most part, the way that I define them, they are a I think a really like pivotal part of a child's existence. They really help. Um, you know, shucks. I wish I could write down this answer to be a little more concrete. But essentially, what I'm trying to say here is that like imagination is one of the most important things to all aspects of everything. You can't make a computer without imagination, right? You can't make a keyboard. You can't make a cup without imagination. And so I think that it's just something that it will always exist. It has to. Uh, a society without fairy tales and imaginations, it will be super homogenized and boring, and suicide rate will be high. Yes, the answer is yes. I think so. What is the best game engine, and why is it Unity? That's funny. Best game engine, I'm gonna have to agree that it's Unity, just because I love C Sharp, and Unity. It's so easy for me to just like get something working within a day. Like I don't have to. Yeah, I agree Unity. However, I haven't tried too many engines. I won't lie. I haven't. I want to try Godot. I want to try what's the other one? Unreal, and some other ones. Yeah, I agree. I like Unity, but I haven't tried many others. So don't take too much weight on that. Actually, I'm just 16. Oh my God! Whoa! You're 16. That's fascinating. That is fascinating. So have you beat the game, XMac? Have you? Or are you playing through it, or I'm curious to know, being a 16-year-old, what are your thoughts on it being so text heavy? What's your thoughts on that? That's fascinating. Please share. Please do share. Um, cool. Dude, this is fun. I need to do more live streams. We need to like, I don't know. This is just fun. I always feel like I need to have some sort of like curriculum for live streams. But I should probably break that and just do them. These are fun. Is it religion time though? I'm not sure if it's religion time. Okay, let's do this. I always gauge the speed of the live stream by the chat. When the chat slows down, I feel like it's almost that time. So let's do this. Oh, Edgar Cortez said hello a long time ago. How long ago was that? where are we at? Where is the time? Yeah, 15 minutes ago. My bad. Hey, how's it going, man? Let's do this. So, lightning round some questions, and I'm gonna answer them quick. I'll try to. I like going in depth, but I'll try to answer them quick. And then after lightning round, we'll get to religion, and then we'll end the stream. We'll say our farewell. Hey, Nico, what's up, man? I love your name. I love Nico. I mean, I love story-based games like Telltale. That's not. I never read Telltale. It is Telltale. Telltale game. I like Telltale ones and Final Fantasy VII, which is right up my alley. I beat it, and also, nice, dude. You're on the right path, man. You're on the right path. You're on the right path. Crisis Core. Yeah, I enjoyed Crisis Core. I just think that they kind of... I wish they would have left the story a bit more intact instead of trying to expand on it too much. But I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that backstory. What's my favorite cookie? Oh my goodness. Oh wait, this is lightning round. Okay. Cookie. Sugar cookie. Recommended books you've read this year? Oh, I haven't read any books this year. I'm sorry. I have to consume all my stuff in videos because I don't know. I have a really horrible focus problem. It's hard to stay on pages. Anyway, favorite movie, The Matrix, easy. Any music preferences? Jazz. Jazz. Especially like French jazz. Oh my god. Or even Brazilian jazz. I love me some bossa nova. Favorite movie while in a mosh pit? Oh, favorite move on a mosh pit. I've never been in a mosh pit. I'm afraid of mosh pits because I have a fear of losing my teeth. True fact. Yes, Dev. Yes, absolutely, Dev Comely. I think that that's exactly the point of fairy tales. It's like you give a child like a very scientific story, you know, with all these like concrete, like, yeah, fair, yeah, I agree with you. That's a great way of putting it. All right, guys, I think it's about that time. I think it's about that time. I think it is about that time. My Vishtefles, are you ready? Are you ready, my Vishtesh? How do you say this word? Okay, I am actually going to Google how to say this word because I'm very curious. Let's go Google Translate. Vishtefles.
Wissenschaftlers. Wissenschaftlers.
Wissenschaftlers.
Wissenschaftlers.
Wissenschaftlers.
Wissenschaftlers.
Wissenschaftlers.
Wissenschaftlers.
Okay, my Wissenschaftlers. Okay. Alright, so my Wissenschaftlers. Are you... No, it's not. Instead of cats or dogs. Cats. I'm sorry. I gotta do it. Cats, they take care of themselves. And they just come say hi every once in a while. It's like perfect. So my
Wissenschaftlers.
My Wissenschaftlers. Let's do it. The big religion. Wissenschaftlers. I gotta remember that word. Wissenschaftlers. Wissenschaftlers. You guys think I'm joking? I'm legit like that. We are the Wissenschaftlers nation. Like I'm not playing around. Like I'm carrying this. This is legit. We're gonna dab on them haters with the Wissenschaftlers. All right, religion. Here we go. Here we go. Can someone start me off with a question, like a base question? It's always easiest to riff off of. Someone, anyone, please help me. Cast a direction. Come on. Wissenschaftler. Wissenschaftler. Wissen. Is it possible to say that like calmly? Wissenschaftler. Wissenschaftler. It doesn't sound as cool. Wissenschaftler. I'm literally a guy by myself in a room just talking to myself, in case you're wondering. Wissenschaftler. I gotta spell it. Someone help me. Cast a direction for religion time. Help. Ooh, what religion do I believe in? Okay. The religion that I believe in, it's called Jabrilism. Yeah, I kind of created my own religion that isn't stored on paper or anywhere. The only way you can understand this religion is if you ask me. That's the only way, because the truth is, I don't know. My religion is like whatever I believe at the time, which evolves all the time. Like my beliefs evolve all the time. I don't believe any of the religions that are out there, and my reason being is because, like, well, first and foremost, let's just take Christianity for example. There's the Bible's New Testament, Old Testament, all that stuff, in which like it's pretty much like a guidebook. It's like I'm a Christian, therefore, here's everything that I believe in and like why I believe in it. And it's like, for one, I'll never be able to get through that book in its entirety. I know that's the point of church, but it's like, even if when I used to go to church because my parents would take me, I didn't understand anything they were saying. I didn't understand a word. The grammar syntax was really weird, and like it just didn't really make any sense to me. And then there's certain things in which like didn't make sense, and I challenge it, and then the answer was always like, oh yeah, but you're a Christian, so like don't challenge it, just like accept it. Like this is what you, and that always irked me because it influenced like the opposite of like that sense of discovery. It's just like just accept things for how they are, which I've never been a proponent of that. What was I saying? What am I talking about? So yeah, so as far as like what I believe in, it's more so like I don't know what I believe in. Just ask me something specific, and I'll tell you about it in as much detail as possible. Um, like for example, do I believe that there's a God? Yes, I do believe there's a God. However, how you and I define what is a God is probably completely different. If I were to define a God, I would say literally, God is love. Simple as that. It's as simple as that. Do I believe that there is and this is where it gets complicated. It's like, do I believe that do I believe that there's love? Obviously. Um uh like like the spread, God is like spread love. As long as you just spread love, then man, I don't know what the hell I'm saying. Nice name. I'm not sure what that context. We're asking you right now. Yes, you are. Do you think the role of religion has or should change in our modern society compared to earlier times, if that makes sense? Selma, this is a great question that I've thought about quite a lot. And I think that the answer is no. I don't think so. I think religion should stay exactly intact how it is. The reason is because like not everyone's the same, and not everyone will ever be the same. There are people that I know that used to lead a really bad lifestyle, and then they found religion and they changed their lifestyle, right? I mean, for me personally, I think that it's kind of shame that like they have to attach that to like some afterlife and like some dude in the sky and all that stuff. Like I think that's a shame, but at the same time, like that's creating good value for that person's life, you know. And so that's why I think it should stay intact. because I did like those people aren't like me and others. Like they need that to help them for whatever the situations may be in their life. They need it, you know, to help them. Uh, and if they take it literal, hey, so be it. You know, as long as they're not out killing people and robbing and whatnot, I think it's good. I think it's a good thing. Do you agree that it's more likely that some type of God exists than he doesn't? Do you agree that it's more likely that some type of God exists than it doesn't? Kind of, kind of. The you know, a part of me thinks that there is no God, and then a part of me thinks that there is a God. But the part of me that thinks there is a God also is more along the lines of like we're living in a simulation, like hologram theory, right? In which like, you know, I create some software and hardware that can simulate an entire galaxy, right? There's the famous simulation that I forget I think like the famous universe simulator. I'm sure some of you guys know what I'm talking about. Where like it would simulate down to shucks, I'm missing all the details. I think it would simulate down to like galaxies, single galaxies, but it couldn't go any more detail than that. But imagine if we were to get to the point where we can simulate down to like atoms, right? Then that would place God would be, you know, the team that built this simulator. And then I guess you could extend it out to the people who built the hardware. Like God would be the people who created this universe, this simulated universe within our universe. A bunch of embedded universes here, but that's more along the lines of like if I do think there's a God, it's more along the lines like that. You know, if we're talking like physical or I don't know. But for the most part, I think that I think that religion, most religions that I know about, I think it's just like at one point in time, humans were wild animals, literally. We acted like cheetahs and elephants and not elephants are smart, cheetahs and all the different wild animals, and then some dude like was just smart and it's like, you know what, I need to make a guidebook to like how we can prosper as a people. It's called the Bible. Check this out. Love your neighbor. All right, stop trying to go to your neighbor's house and kill him for the steak he has in his refrigerator. Don't sleep with his wife. What else is there? Come to my service every Sunday so you can remember. I don't know. I don't know. That's just kind of where I'm at with that. But I don't talk about this too often, so this is just kind of like it might be kind of outdated. Religion. How do you perceive? I don't know what Spinoza's God is. I'm sorry. Do you believe in an afterlife? Um, I haven't put too much thought into the afterlife. Do I believe in it? Sure. Why not? I mean, do I think it's as simple as heaven or hell? I think those are concepts. I think I think they're constructs to like kind of herd the sheep while here, you know? Cause okay, so here's one thing that I like to do. It's a thought experiment. Go to the opposite end of the extreme. Imagine if our society evolved without religion. Um, you know, me personally, as a child, my parents they're some form of Christian. I don't remember which one exactly. But as a child, I also believed in like heaven and hell, and like you have to do good, or else you're gonna go to hell or go to heaven, X, Y, and Z. And like I'm not gonna lie, having this knowledge, it kept me from doing certain things and kept me doing certain things, you know, with this whole concept of like if I do good in this life, then I'm going to go to a better afterlife. So at the fact of like if it exists in this what I'm trying to say in this dang it in this context, the fact that it exists in this context is irrelevant because it's doing its job of keeping you as a good person in this life. Do you see what I'm saying? um, and that's more so what I believe, like it's creation, its purpose. uh, I consider myself a Christian, and I was taught that you should challenge your beliefs all the time and that science and religion can coexist. You just need to keep in an open mind to everything, if that makes sense. Kind of. It kind of makes sense. It kind of makes sense. I actually went to it was like a church group party thing down at the beach a couple weeks ago, and I had like a really long conversation with these people that are really deep into Christianity, and it's just it's difficult. I mean, I get what you're saying, X Mac, at the fact that like you have to challenge your beliefs, right? Because if you challenge your beliefs versus someone who actually like really knows the Bible, you challenge it with them, and then they shut you down, or they like refute your arguments or whatever, then that lets you know that like religion is still king or whatever the case may be. But if you challenge them and you one up them, then it doesn't, just using that one case doesn't that make the entire thing void? Because like if God, I'm probably gonna butcher this, but if God wrote the Bible and he's like all knowing, all X, Y, and Z, but just one thing that he has, one case is wrong, then that means like the entire, I don't know. I don't know, man. We're getting too semantic. Search Mr. Wonderful, Mr. Wondertainment's Little Big Bang. What the hell am I reading? Search Mr. Wondertainment's Little Big Bang Bang. I love tongue twisters. Search Mr. Wondertainment's Little Big Bang Bangers. Little Big Bang Bangers. That Little Big Bang. Little Big Bang Bangers. It's an interesting story. Cool. I will write a note. If you could email me that, I will definitely check it out. I don't know where to write this note. I'll write it on this paper. Hopefully I'll look at it later. Mr. Wondertainment. Little big bangers. I don't know. Nice live stream, man. I got to have a nice day. Pablo, thank you so much for joining, man. I'm probably gonna end the stream soon as well. You have a nice day as well. And to all my damn it, I forgot how to say this already.
Wissenschaftlers.
Wissenschaftlers. All my Wissenschaftlers. Remember, always feed your curiosity. I get where you're getting at. Yeah, X-Mac, and listen, man, I'm not saying, I will never tell anyone that believes any religion that you're stupid or you're dumb or you're whatever, you're ignorant. I will never tell you that. If you believe in that and you're able to like stick to your guns with your beliefs, dude, keep doing it, please. There's nothing wrong with that. As long as you're not out there killing people and robbing and whatnot, I have no problem with it. But that's just, I can't myself. I couldn't do it. I've thought about it long and hard as a kid. I can't do it. Do you speak any foreign languages? And what about the cookie cap? I speak. I'm curious, Trang. That's interesting that you say foreign, because the word foreign itself is extremely relative. Right. If I was in like Brazil, foreign would be English would be foreign. Right? That is correct. Yeah, that's correct. Anyways, I'm getting off on a tangent. I speak a little bit of Spanish, and I'll speak a little bit of HTML, CSS, Java, C#. Cool. All right. I think the live stream is coming to a close. I'm trying to think of any last things that I want to get out. This was fun. This is really fun. Any cool ideas for programming that I could do? Randomized randomness. What type of programming background do you have, if you don't mind me asking? Dev, that's so funny, man. So Deb asked, "How old is everyone?" I'm 13. I gotta tell you, Deb, you're gonna appreciate this when you're older. But that is such like a what's a good word? A younger question. I remember like when I was younger, that was like my favorite thing to ask. How old is everyone? When you get older, you'll appreciate that. I'm 25, by the way. Yeah, randomized randomness. I'm just waiting for your answer on what's your programming background, or rather, I don't know. What languages do you know? How much? I don't know. Then it'll be a better. I can answer your question a lot better. Oh, first year in uni. You're overseas. Okay. See, and I did a bunch of bad games in Unity. Okay. My favorite YouTuber? My favorite YouTuber without a question is Let Me Know. Let Me Know. Let Me Know. He used to be top 10 memes and he changed his name to Limino. Oh man, I love that dude. I love that dude so much. Other than that, I've just been watching a lot of like math videos, neural network videos, CS videos, video game videos. She Says, that's another really good channel. Um, and of course, like a lot of the EDU channels as well. I'm not going to start listing them all. First year in uni, he did, C and a bunch of bad games in uni. And your question is cool. Ideas for programming that I could do. Um, it's difficult for me to answer this at the fact that like I have a bunch of ideas myself that I wanna do. Uh, but it sounds like you're more into Unity, but I wouldn't really recommend Unity for like software and applications and whatnot. I mean, you could do it, but I wouldn't recommend it just because like the file sizes are huge, even if you have nothing in the. Anyways, so let's see. I'm trying to think of something on the fly. I would recommend getting into neural networks if you could. I would look into that because it's getting really big, and you can still get in it while it's young and early, and you can make some nice value out of that. Just like for example, I'm working on a neural network project in which like it's gonna help filmmakers identify what a shot is. That was one thing that always was a nuisance to me when I was in film school. Was like there's the medium shot, the wide shot, the close up, and the all these different shots. And so like I'm writing a neural network that will you can either yeah. So you'll give it a picture and it'll tell you what type of shot it is, medium or long and X, Y, and Z. So. I definitely recommend getting into neural networks if you're in uni first year. Get ahead of the curve, man, without a doubt. And I think that is where I'm going to end the stream. That is definitely where I'm going to end the stream. It's been fun. It's been a lot of fun. We need to do another stream sometime again soon. I might have a plan, a better plan for next time, whenever that is. I hope that you guys are all well. I want to now use this opportunity to direct some traffic to my social medias. If you have a Twitter or Instagram, please come follow me on Twitter or Instagram. We can continue this conversation and have more over on those. It's at Seth Stuff. At Seth Stuff is my Twitter handle on both of them. I'd love to chat with you guys. Instagram, I don't really reply on there, but I post pictures of random stuff that I'm doing. Hate to make it all about me, but one more time. Wissenschaftler.
Wissenschaftler.
Wissenschaftler, okay. Wissenschaftler. All right, cool. Sweet. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Again, come follow me on the social medias, please. Let's connect. And to all my Wissenschaftlers, I'll see you guys again next time. Remember, always feed your curiosity. Of course. How do I stop the stream? How do I stop that? This is not a smooth exit. This is definitely not a smooth exit. How do I stop the stream? Let's see. Here it is. Edit. Okay. Alright, I'm doing the outro again. Oh, ingesting. Nope. Live control room. Here we are. Okay, got it. Alright, so let's do this again. Okay, so guys, I want to thank you all for joining this live stream. Make sure you come follow me on social medias at SEFDStuff. And to all my Wissenschaftlers, I'll see you guys again on the next upload or whatever. Remember to always feed your curiosity. Peace. Stop. Come on.